Okay, Miss Overstreet, why are we here?
Your Honor, we filed a petition to in the parent-child relationship, and there's one child in this case, and I would like to go ahead and share the screen and have the court. Well, hold on. There's an acknowledgement of paternity. Can you see that? Okay, Judge. Let's see.
Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay, and this is actually attached to the petition as well.
Okay.
But if you will take judicial notice of that.
So no, I'll take judicial notice of it. Yes, ma'am. Go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah. And so and then just shows that Mr. Jose Avila and Miss Barrios both signed saying that Mr. Jose Avila is the father of the child, Jose Alfredo Avila Jr.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing that. Okay, Your Honor, first I would like to call Miss Barrios. Miss Barrios,
Yes.
you're the mother of Jose Alfredo Avila Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
And who does that child currently live with?
Mother, me?
Okay. And do you have any safety concerns or issues with your address being in the court order?
No, but I do have
Okay. Maybe you didn't understand what I asked, because based on what we were talked about earlier. Do you
Okay.
want your address in the court order?
Yeah, that's fine.
You're okay with it in there? Okay.
You need to respond out loud, Ms. Barrios.
Yes.
Now, okay. Now, there is currently in place a no trespassing order for your job. Is that correct?
Correct.
And can you tell the court why Mr. Avila is, well, first of all, where do you work?
I work at the school, Shiner Independent School District. I'm a
Okay.
custodian, and
do you
he
work-
is, sorry.
That's okay. Do you work at the same school where your child goes to school?
Yes, ma'am. He is currently in pre-K.
Okay. And is Mr. Avila allowed to come to that school?
No, he's not.
Okay. And there's a no trespassing order?
Yes, correct. He has a police report and a no trespassing for school.
Okay. Can you tell the court the circumstances of how that came about?
It came about, it was in the incident of 10/27/2023. I'm an employee there. Incident around 10 in the morning. He was asking for his ID, which I never had. And the principal, the CRC, which is the police that's on the school campus, multiple principals told him to leave nicely, and he didn't comply. But then the two requests, and the third time, that's when he got arrested on site on the school. And they took him, and that's why they can't go to the school.
Okay. Now, has there ever been any type of family violence between you and Mr. Avila?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell the court about any of those instances?
It would be family violence in the house, which is breaking stuff in the house, doors, windows, springs, also vehicles, vehicles. And when they were living with his parents, it was the same. Just throwing stuff, destroying things.
Okay. And when you say that, who was doing this destroying and throwing things?
Sir Avila.
Okay.
Mr. Avila.
And did this, whenever any of these incidents happened, did you ever call the police for any of those incidences?
In the beginning, no, I was too scared. And after, I started doing police reports.
Okay. So at one point, he tell the court about when he the incident where you say he broke or injured your vehicle.
I remember that I injured my vehicle because he seen a text that I got from somebody that I had no connections with. And just by seeing that message, he broke the window of my rear window from the car.
on the car? Okay.
Mm.
And then you said he broke some other things at
Yes,
times in
the
the house?
remote control from my spare key. It's a remote, those battery ones. He
Uh-huh.
threw it. I remember he told the police that he threw it somewhere in the desert. So I had to get rid of that car because my other spare key was already broken prior to stuff like that.
Okay. Now,
And that's it.
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
You can
that's it.
finish
Those
your
are the
thought.
cars. The cars are just the windows and the remote control, which is a spare key.
Okay. Now, did any of this, when any of these incidences happened, were, was your son around?
If he was around, he would be playing, or if he wasn't, it will be with grandparents.
Okay. So he wasn't ever like in the direct vicinity.
Arguing
He
no.
wasn't in the room or he wasn't outside when Mr. Avila was breaking the window of the car.
He was, I remember it was been a while. I think we were outside playing when that happened because I would always wash my car, clean my car.
Okay. Now, you and I had discussed perhaps it might be best if you and Mr. Avila only communicate with what is known as app close. Is that correct?
Correct, ma'am.
Okay. And that's one of the things that you're asking the court for.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'll talk to Mr. Avila about this, but I think he also agreed. But you understand that that's going to cost you about $9 a month, but it will record any kind of conversations y'all have.
Yes, ma'am. That's okay.
Okay. And can you tell the court why you think it's best to only for y'all two to communicate through app close?
Because he normally uses a foul language, which is the word, his famous word is the B word, which I don't like saying because my son says it like after that, which is the bitch. And it's just saying language, just verbally, just talking, just crap, just in general. And it
Okay.
could go both
So,
ways, but once I get disrespected, that's what I don't like.
okay. So that's one of the reasons you're asking for the app close, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you and I had talked about what the difference between joint managing conservator and managing a possessory conservator. And it since okay, so the last time y'all lived together was approximately July or August of 2023. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, so have you and y'all have trouble communicating, correct?
Correct.
And part of it is like the disparaging remarks and things.
Yes.
So one of the things you're asking, and you think it's in the best interest of the child, is for you to be able to be the one that makes the decisions, like medical decisions, school related decisions, because it is difficult for the two of y'all to communicate. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Correct. I would like to
Okay.
have all the
And you
decisions that they're making.
Okay. And you understand that even if you're the one who can makes the decisions, you do still have to tell Mr. Avila what's going on.
Correct.
And you do have to let him know, about, anything medical, or if he went to the hospital, the child went to the hospital, you'd still have to tell Mr. Avila that. You understand that, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Now, is there any other reason that you think that the court should find it would be in the best interest of the child for you to be the one that had the sole decision making?
Just about everything I've gone through with the whole Sir Avila and the whole Avila family. I'm not involving everybody, but just in general.
Okay.
I just in my best interest for me and Junior's health and mine.
Okay. Okay. Now, as far as visitation, you are asking the court. Well, let me ask you this. Since y'all separated whenever in 2023, has Mr. Avila seen the child?
I would take him. He had his time when I would just leave him with him, and
Uh-huh.
that's when I would only be there for 3 hours. The top
Okay.
4 hours. That's it. And that's how I would take him. But ever since that, he hasn't seen him since physically at his house in August
August of
this year.
2025.
25. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was the last time he saw him by himself.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there a reason that you stopped letting him just go over there and visit?
Yes, because when I came back from the summer, he had just spilled out a lot of things that wasn't for a 5-year-old to have in his mind. He had negative things in his mind about his dad telling him negative stuff about people, like family members. And to me, that was a no-no. And his family too, they were just, everything was just getting into his little head. And that, to me, that's not okay for a 5-year-old.
Okay. So one of the things you want to ask the judge is to put in the order that, and this would go for either one of y'all, that there's no disparaging remarks made about the other person to the child. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. And so are you, it's my understanding you're asking for supervised visitation. Is that correct?
Correct, ma'am.
And can you tell the court why you want it to be supervised?
For the same reasons of our past, the family. And I don't have a problem being supervised. I could be the supervisor. Somebody could be a supervisor.
Okay.
I also been in
Um,
CNA too, so that helps.
Say that again. I'm
I'm
sorry. I
also a
missed what you
nurse
said.
assistant, so if that helps anyway.
Okay. Now,
Say that again?
I'm a CNA nurse assistant, so that helps
Oh,
anyway. Like I
okay.
could get along with anybody as long as nobody disrespects me. I could be okay, you know.
You're now a CNA?
I'm a CNA. Not currently. I'm what's it? A janitor right now, sir.
Right,
I'm
right.
also a CNA, and
Okay,
that's my also background.
okay.
Yes, sir.
okay. Now, when you and I had talked before, and I totally misunderstood because I had thought you said you did not want your address in the court order, but you don't,
Right.
you do not, even if your address is in the court order, which I think you said now it's okay, you want to have exchange, you don't want to exchange the child at your house. Is that
No,
correct?
that's
Okay.
still, yeah, that's correct. Not
Okay.
at my
So
house.
you're asking that the exchange be at Green Dixon Park in Shiner, Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I believe Mr. Avila was asking, and I forgot to ask you if you agreed to this. He was asking that the exchange, if it's not at your house, be at Wellhausen Park in Shiner, just because he said that's closer to your house.
Not
Would
to
you
the
have
little
any,
park.
huh?
That's fine too. It's another park in town.
Okay, so you would agree that it would be at that one and it's closer. Okay. Um, and I should have asked you that when I came back in there and I forgot.
It's okay.
How do you
Okay.
spell that? Welchhausen?
It's WELHAUSEN Park, and it's at 802 North Avenue East, Shiner, Texas, 77984.
Okay.
Okay, now let's see. Okay, so and Miss Barrios, you and Mr. Avila live together off and on, and you're not asking for any retro or back child support, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you're just asking for child support going forward.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, because it's recorded, you have to say it out loud. You can nod, but you just also have to
I
say
know.
yes.
After the yes, yes.
So now I spoke with Mr. Avila and he's not currently working, but he is supposed to start a job next week. So what I'm gonna recommend to the judge is, because he's not really sure the amount of hours or exactly what he's gonna be making. So what I'm recommending is right now, set the child support at minimum wage and make this a temporary order and have y'all come back in 3 or 4 months where he can bring copies of his paycheck stubs that's showing exactly how much he's making and how many hours a week he's gonna work. And are you agreeable with that?
Me?
Yes, yes.
Yes. That's
Okay.
fine.
And he doesn't have any other kids, so I calculated child support would be $220 a month starting May the 1st, and then cash medical for the Medicaid would be $57 a month. Because that is how you told me that the child was covered for insurance with Medicaid.
Medicaid. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Starting when?
May the 1st.
May 1st.
Yes.
And has Mr. Avila agreed to that?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll confirm it when I question him.
Okay,
And then we'll just need to get a date from Miss Burton for the reset. Now, Miss Barrios, is there anything that I have not asked you about? Oh, I do remember one thing you wanted me to ask the judge. You want to ask the judge about.
Yes.
So you were asking that instead of you being restricted to live in Lavaca and contiguous counties, you're asking the court to have you named primary and be able to live wherever you want. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, because originally I wanted to tell the
Okay.
judge that I was
Okay,
gonna.
can you tell the judge why you want to lift that restriction?
Yes, sir. I wanted to move to, I was already, my whole plan here when I lived in Texas, I was gonna stay here till my son was gonna be in kinder or first grade. And after that, I was gonna move back to California. And California is the reason I'm raised and born in California. My whole family's over there. Mom, dad, grandpa, cousins, everybody. I have more family over there than here. I have nobody here, just besides Junior's Jose's father and his grandparents. I mean, yeah, his parents. But other than that, I just wanted to know this wasn't gonna hurt me moving back to California.
Okay. Is there anything else that
Yes,
I
also
have not asked you that I have not asked you about that you want to tell the judge or that you want to ask the judge?
I want to ask him too. I've been having a hard time. He's told me this when Junior Jose, my little boy, was little that I need passport and he won't allow to give me his signature. And I need signature for a passport. You know how, especially now in times, it's very hard. When I went to Mexicali, which is in California, Mexico, it was very hard since we have different last names. Obviously they know I'm the mother, but they still ask me for a picture because I only have his birth certificate. And nowadays they ask for passports or even the card ones. So if I would like for him to please sign me his passport, I've been trying to do that for the longest, and we won't comply.
Okay. Is there anything else that you think the judge should know that I haven't asked you about?
No, besides that, I was just the most important was the passport and me moving back to California within a year.
Okay. Your Honor, I have nothing further of this witness. I pass the witness.
okay, ma'am, I'm gonna probably get back with you because basically, I've been taking notes here and I think we're gonna be okay with what I'm gonna rule so far based on what I've heard. Of course, Mr. Avila gets to testify as well. And by the way, Mr. Avila, I appreciate that even though you didn't agree with everything she said, you remained quiet, which is.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to do, is just remain quiet till, because you're gonna get your turn.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, I know.
And Ms. Barrios,
Yes, sir.
understand that when I'm asking Mr. Avila questions, that you have to remain silent until I redirect and ask you, come back to you, okay?
Yes, thank you, sir.
You cannot, neither one of y'all can talk over the other person because we cannot take the record that way, okay? We have to, you wait your turn and then we'll get to talk. So
Yes, I understand.
I'm sitting there listening through this. And I'm addressing you at this point, Ms. Barrios, but go ahead and listen, Mr. Avila. That y'all are pretty much in agreement, go through close. I think that's a good idea. That the custody is not really an issue. The rights may be an issue, but we'll talk about that. Visitation is I'm still trying to figure out what y'all really want. But I want to get more information on that. Child support's not a problem. Looks like y'all have a solution. I even have a solution for the geo restriction and for the passport. I'm not too concerned about that. I'll be able to come to something that I think both of y'all will be okay with. All right, so.
Sounds good.
Ms. Barrios, before I get to Mr. Avila, I need to ask you, okay, you said, well, he's had some visitation. We used to live together. He has some anger issues. When he gets mad, he breaks things. He's broken windows. He broke the car window. He breaks things. He broke the little remote right to get in the car. Okay. All right. But I did not hear any testimony, and that's okay if I don't, then that must mean it does not exist. I did not hear any testimony about him actually physically assaulting you or assaulting you in front of the child. Okay. I did not hear any evidence, any testimony about that. And which is fine. I don't want you to make stuff up. I don't want you to lie about things. If you say, no, he doesn't hit me, but he scares me because he starts breaking stuff because he gets mad. Okay. That's what I'm hearing. Is that basically what you're saying, Ms. Barrios?
Yes.
I mean, and that's fine. People get scared.
No, but
You
before
don't
he,
actually have to get hit to be afraid that someone will get violent with you if they're breaking things and showing violent tendencies by
but he
breaking
has,
things.
but he has hit me before when we first dated or when I was pregnant one time.
Okay, so way back before the child was born, there
Yes.
was some physical, but y'all lived
After
together
that,
for a good number of years while the baby was here. Y'all lived together. He did not hit you then. He may have scared you. I'm not saying that, okay, but he scared you, but he didn't hit you. That's important, okay? And so, but he would act out in ways that made you worried. And I want to explain this to both of y'all so that y'all understand, okay? There's different degrees of arguments, okay? Couples have different degrees of dispute. Some are acceptable, some are not, okay?
yes,
People that tell me, I've been married for 40 years, okay? People that tell me they never argue with their wife, they're lying.
Yeah,
Wives that tell me they never argue with their husband, they're lying, okay? Everybody argues. It's
yeah.
human nature. They have discussions, okay?
correct.
It depends on the level. There's levels of discussion. The first level is just simple. Hey, you were supposed to do the dishes. Well, I didn't have time. Well, you were supposed to do it. Well, no, it was your turn. Okay, that's a simple argument. Okay, not anything back. People get mad. Okay, that's level one. People have level one arguments all the time. Little things in the house. You didn't pick up behind yourself. You didn't close the door. You didn't put the toilet seat back up, or whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
Silly
level one
stuff.
argument.
Yeah.
Everybody has it. All right, then there's level two arguments. Level two arguments is where you're starting to get mad. It's not just a little discussion, it's actually getting kind of ugly with each other. And maybe some name calling. And maybe you're a slob or you're a pig, or you start to get personal in attacking. That's
Yeah.
level two. People have level two arguments. They start getting mad. Level one's not doing the job. They start getting personal and start saying some things. It's level two arguments. People have those. Okay. I don't consider those violent. I don't consider those bad. I consider that, hey, let's just clear the air and move on. All right. The thing to do when you have a level two, when you're done with making your insults, walk away. Because then later you got to apologize for things you said and maybe you didn't mean it. Okay. Level two, everybody has it. All right. Then there's level three arguments. Level three arguments is when you get into each other's face and you start cursing each other. And you're almost spitting on each other because you're talking to each other mad and you're saying some really horrible things to each other. Not everybody has level three arguments. I will tell you, younger couples have more level three arguments than old couples. Old couples is kind of like, not going to do that. They just walk away. Okay. But young couples have lots of level three arguments and they're dangerous. And let me tell you why they're dangerous. Because level three arguments are real close to level four. And level four is when it gets physically violent. Okay. Level four is when you get close to each other and he cusses you and you cuss him and he thinks you spit on him or you think he spit on you and you slap him. And then he thinks, well, you hit me, I hit you back. Okay. Level four is when it gets physically violent. The thing is, with the description you've given me of what's happened in y'all's home, it was between 3 and 4. It got
Yes.
ugly. It
Yes.
got more that it was cursing and name calling and disparaging. And he didn't hit you, but he started breaking stuff. Okay. Which makes people nervous that, okay, he's going to swing that chair at me next, or he's going to hit me because he went and broke stuff. You don't settle problems with level four arguments. When you get to level four, you are done as a couple because that means you're starting to resort to violence or physical actions instead of just using words to resolve things. I tell people, you get to level three, walk away. Don't get to level four. Okay. Well, I'm hearing Mr. Avila would get pretty angry. Breaking things is not good. Okay. Because again, Mr. Avila, it makes it look like, oh, you want to solve this by starting to break stuff. What's
Course.
next? Okay. It makes it look like you're not controlling your temper, which means that what's going to happen with the little boy when you're alone with him? You know, are you
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
lose your temper there? Are you going to get violent with it? So
Yeah.
I'm lecturing you because I'm trying to coach you
No worries, Your Honor.
to understand, okay, I'm not
I'm
going
all
to do
ears.
that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And you know what? Y'all are not together. That's
Correct.
probably good because maybe
Yeah,
y'all
Correct.
brought out
that's a
the
big one.
worst in each other. Okay. But I still am concerned about mom's fears that you might get violent. Okay. But I'm listening carefully to what she says happened. And fortunately, I don't think Miss Barrios is exaggerating, because if you're going to exaggerate, make it good. Say things like, oh, he
Yeah.
beat me and he hit me and he not, no, she's not saying that. Okay. So I appreciate the honesty. All right. So having gone through all that spill, I'm trying to figure out what to do about visitation. Because, Miss Barrios, your son is, you said 5 or 6 years old. How old is
It's
he?
5.
Okay, y'all's son is 5 years old. He knows that's his daddy.
Yes,
And you
correct.
know, and you need to appreciate that daddy wants to be part of his life. Okay. Non-violent part of his life, non-violent. Okay. So, because when he gets older, dear, he will look at you and say, Mom, why doesn't my dad ever want to see me? And it's sad.
He
If
knows, sir. He
Yeah, so
knows.
we don't want to run off the father. We don't want that to happen, okay?
Okay.
But we do need to make some adjustments. Okay, so having said all of that, I'm trying to figure out, okay, and I'm going to ask Mr. Avila a lot of questions about visitation, but I'm trying to figure out where are we going to go with this as far as visitation goes. I don't want to endanger the child. I want Mr. Avila to see the child, but I want him to see it with restraints where he behaves. I don't want to make it where you two have to be in the same room all the time, because y'all don't really get along all that great. That's why you all are going to be communicating by app close. So having it where you're supervising the whole time, it can be kind of tough. It might make it worse. Okay. So I'm going to listen to what Mr. Avila has to say. I want to hear his suggestions, and then I'm going to get back with you and see if we can't figure this out. Okay, Ms. Barrios?
Okay, sir.
Okay, all right. So having with all that spill, and they tell me I'm long-winded. I
Excuse
know I
me?
am. They tell me I'm long-winded,
Oh,
talk and talk and talk,
No,
and
no,
no
you're fine,
worries,
sir.
man.
I know I am. So
No
sorry,
worries.
it's what you
No,
get with me.
no, you're good.
Okay, here's the thing. My first question, and if you remember something else you want to tell me, you can. But Ms. Barrios, at this point, is there anything else you need to tell me at this time?
No, I have cleared everything, but I just do want you to know that he was physical with me, even though you say it's just a hit, a touch. That's what my fear is from him. Even to this day, even just talking right now gets me nervous.
I understand. And you know what? I understand that. I have a saying, perception is reality. Your perception is that he scares you. His
Yes, trauma.
perception,
That's all it is. I know this is trauma.
right. Your perception is he's scared. And Mr. Barrio, Mr. Avila, guess what? You can't change that because
No, I
something in the
mean, yeah.
past made her feel like she's scared of you.
No, of
Don't
course.
worry about it. That's her perception. The only way
I'm
you
not
can change
worried
a
about
person,
that.
you can only change a person's perception by your future actions.
Mhm.
Future actions,
Of
okay?
course. Of
So,
course.
all right. So, all right, Miss Barrios, you said, okay, that's what I wanted to say, that he does scare me and I'm scared. Okay. Second question is, do you have any other witnesses you want to call at this time?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. We'll get back. Don't worry. If you think, oh, we'll get back. Okay. All right. Miss Overstreet, do you have any other questions for Miss Barrios at this time?
Let me just ask her one, Miss Barrios, and I'll just be thinking, if you don't know right now of someone, um, is there someone besides you that we can put in the court order who would be the one that did any supervised visitation with Mr. Avila, somebody that you're comfortable with? Either, I know you don't have any family here, but is there somebody in his family
That's the
that
thing.
could
I
do?
don't get along with none of his family no more.
Okay, well, is there somebody,
Sister, I
is
got
there,
issue with sister. I don't talk to brother.
okay,
I don't
then
like
think
talking to
about
grandma, grandpa.
somebody that you would be comfortable with, that we can also maybe confirm with Mr. Avila that could do it and do that. You can think about that while I'm questioning him. I don't know enough about if y'all had any mutual friends or anything like that. Just be thinking about somebody, okay?
Let me
While
interrupt
I'm
you. Let me interrupt you for a
questioning
minute, Ms.
him.
Overstreet. Ms. Barrios.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna interrupt you for just a second, Ms. Overstreet.
Okay.
Ms. Barrios,
Yes,
because
sir.
I got a comeback question with Ms. Barrios.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Barrios, um, is your son scared of his dad?
No, but he doesn't like that when he's mean to me. He
Okay,
he recognizes that for sure.
okay, I
Because he
get it.
knows he's seeing me.
Here's what, hold on. Listen to my question, okay? I was asking you if he's scared of his dad. And if you said, well, I'm scared of his dad, I go, I get that. But is your son scared of his dad? In other words, does he show fear when it's time to go spend time with his dad? Does he get
No.
scared? Okay. And I appreciate the honest answers. I need honest answers. Okay. So thank you for giving me that honest answer.
Yes,
So
sir.
your concerns, you've said what they are. He talks bad about you. The little boy comes back with saying these things and disparaging remarks. We can fix this. Okay. And you said, well, I don't really have family that I could have to supervise. But I'm like, so is he actually harming the child? And you pointed out, well, there's some things he does that I think are harmful to the child, like speaking bad about me or the family and stuff like that. I get that. And that is harmful. And I'm going to
Mentally,
explain
it
that.
is.
I'm going to explain it to both of you. Okay. But other than that, he's not look, y'all's son is not afraid of his father, and he knows who his father is, right?
Yes. And the only
Okay,
yes.
okay, all right.
The
I'm
only
gonna get
thing,
back with
sorry.
you on some questions on visitation, because I have some ideas, but go ahead, Miss Overstreet. Do you have any more questions for Miss Barrios?
No.
Okay, you may call your next witness.
Okay, I'd like to call Mr. Avila. Mr.
Yes,
Avila, I'm gonna have some questions for you. So, I now you are asking. Now you're not asking. You're okay with your address being in the court order, correct? You don't have any. You don't have any issues with that.
no issues at all.
And okay,
He's
now
okay with what?
with his address being in the court order.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, and I'm just asking because our system has everybody flagged wanting it not to be. So
Right,
I just wanted to make it clear that he was okay with that.
okay.
Now you've heard Ms. Barrios talk about some of the times when you lost your temper and broken things. It is it your testimony that those have happened in the past?
Can I explain what, or do you
What
want me to
right
just answer yes or
right
no?
now?
Or-
Just say yes or no.
Yes, yes,
Have
yes,
you
yes.
broken things
Yes,
like she testified to? Okay, um, but it's my understanding from what she said, and a lot of it's because y'all don't really have anything to do with each other anymore. That hadn't happened since about August of 2023. Is that correct?
yes.
Okay.
It could
And
be a little before that or after, yeah.
okay. And you agree that there is right now a no trespassing and you can't go to the school. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, I agree to that.
Okay. Now, but you are still asking for, and you still think it's in the best interest of the child that y'all be named what they call the joint managing conservators, and that you
Yes,
have input into
yes.
um
Yes, I know what joint,
into
that
his
joint.
medical and school decisions and things like that.
Yep,
Okay. And you also you agree that it's in the best interest of the child and really the two of you that y'all communicate through app close.
yep. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And you
Yeah, I really want that.
I'm assuming that you agree that it should be in the court order and it's in the best interest of the child that neither one of y'all speak any kind of disparaging remarks about to
Yes,
the child about each other.
of course.
And we can't, the judge can't order your family not to do that, but you understand it's really in the best interest of the child if you go ahead and tell your family, hey, don't do that. You understand that? Okay. Now you're also asking for unsupervised visitation, correct?
Yeah.
Because you want to
Oh,
see your child.
yes. Me and his mom there.
Now, and you're also in agreement, and I believe you're in agreement that y'all, because of all the things that have happened, that y'all exchanged the child at the Well House and Park in Shiner.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay,
I wouldn't want her at my house. She don't want me at hers.
okay. And you also you heard me tell the court that right now you're not working, but you're supposed to start a job next week. So we're asking
Monday,
for just to set it on the minimum wage presumption right now.
Mhm.
And you're in agreement to pay $220 a month starting May the 1st,
Yes, ma'am.
and then and 57 for the cash medical starting May the
Yes,
1st.
ma'am.
And then you agree that and you understand you're going to be ordered to bring back your paycheck stubs in about 4 months so we can calculate what you're making to set your child support on what you're actually going to be making.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're supposed to start that job Monday, but you're not really sure how much an hour you're going to make or how many
Yeah,
hours a
I'm
week.
not sure about the hours.
Okay. Now, and I'm because she wants the no restriction so she can move the child to California. Are you in agreement to that?
No. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Did you say can you repeat the question one more time?
Yeah. Are you in agreement that she should have the right to move the child to California?
No.
Okay.
I'm against that very much.
Okay.
And
And do you have a problem with the judge ordering that you need to sign off on and so she can get the child a passport?
yes, I'm against that as well. I got my reasons.
Okay, tell the court why you don't want the child to have a passport.
Mainly, because what she wants to go do is she wants to go to Mexico. She wants to go to Mexico on vacation to go travel with her family. Mexico is a very dangerous place from everything that's going on now, especially now. My whole entire family's from Mexico, especially where her family is from Mexico. There's a lot of violence going on, especially when especially since that thing that happened with that cartel guy. I'm not, especially since then, I'm not comfortable with her going there, and and yeah, I'm not comfortable with her going to California. But I got my reasons now, and I'll wait till you ask me why in
Okay,
California.
let's just talk about a little bit more about Mexico. You have family in Mexico, and you realize if the child doesn't have a passport, you can't take the child to visit in Mexico either. You understand that?
We don't go to Mexico because we're avoiding the violence and all that stuff. I mean, there's no
Okay.
reason for us to go to Mexico. Our family's over here. They
Okay.
go over there for vacation.
Okay. I mean,
That's what we do too for vacation. So it
yeah.
don't make sense.
I mean, ma'am, please don't
I'm
I'm
interrupt,
sorry.
okay?
I thought that was all together.
No,
Sorry.
no.
No, I'm sorry.
So Mr. Avila, I mean, do you have any testimony to show that Ms. Barrios is in the habit of putting your child in harm's way?
Well, she's going in places where I'm in harm's way. In California, I have a past.
Okay, right now I'm sorry, I should have
Yeah,
specified that to
yeah,
Mexico.
Mexico, yeah, of course.
So, because you realize not
They
every
don't have the
place in
testimony. No,
Mexico, you realize not every place in
Mr.
Mexico
Diaz,
has
Mr.
the
Overstreet,
restrictions, the
Mr.
travel
Diaz, you need to
restrictions.
not
Some do,
interrupt
some
her.
don't.
Mhm.
Don't interrupt her.
Okay.
Let her complete
Now,
her sentence.
tell the court why you don't want her to be able to move to California.
I have a bad past in California. I have a really bad past. No, what bad past? It starts from my juvenile life. Um,
It
I
starts
was
with what? I'm sorry, you're talking kind of fast.
it started as my juvenile life when I was a juvenile.
Okay.
My past. I'm an ex gang member. I'm a past gang member. I'm a dropout. I don't agree to my life or none of that. But in California, where I'm from, there's been times. There's many times where I've actually, as a minor, I've been shot at multiple times and hit. I got history. I got record of it. And there was times where I was in Texas already, and my family was still in danger because they were trying to come after me. That's the
Okay.
only reason I'm in Texas because I left that life behind in 2014, 2015, 16 as well maybe. I haven't gone back out there to visit. I don't really want to because I know my life's in danger out there. I came
Okay.
out here to change my life around, but that's the only reason I wouldn't feel comfortable because we have the same name and I have the same enemy. I don't want to call them enemies because I'm not their enemy. I'm not going after them, but they don't let it go. They don't let it
Okay.
go. So my family is in harm's danger as we speak out there. I'm only keeping them safe because I'm not out there. So
Okay.
I don't know how to feel if once they find out, oh, that's my son. Come on,
Okay.
man.
So let me just make sure that I'm saying that I'm thinking, hearing what you're saying. Because of your past actions in California with the gangs, number one, you don't feel like you could go visit your child there because you would be in danger. And you also feel like if the gang members find out that's your child, that your child would also be in danger.
Of course, of
Is
course.
that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
because the gang life it goes deep, you know. Like they don't let shit they don't let I'm sorry for my language. They don't let stuff go.
Okay. Now, is there just a certain part of California that
The
might
whole
be true?
the whole Coachella Valley, it's called the Coachella Valley. The Coachella Valley has about nine cities in the Coachella Valley. So it's the whole pretty much Riverside County.
Okay. Okay. All right. Is there anything else about that particular issue you think the
In
judge should know?
California, for her to go to California, and like, no, to be honest, I would love for him to go. I mean, her family, he doesn't need to be out there because the reason why he was born here, it was her choice. He wanted to be born here. Her family easily come over here every year. There's times that they came multiple times a year, probably 2 times a year, to come and visit Junior, which is my son. She's trying to move back over there, trying to say she don't got family, but it was her choice to move over here to come work and have the
Okay.
baby.
Okay.
When we had the baby pregnant, when she got pregnant, she lived in California. We were in California, but we decided to have the child in Texas to live life in Texas.
Okay. And so did you and her both move to Texas at the same time?
Yeah. I
Okay.
brought her out here. I introduced her to Texas.
Okay. Now,
She was born in Gonzales.
I believe I've asked you everything I need to ask you, except is there anything that I have not asked you that you want the judge to know?
Well, yeah, yeah, I do. I'm just gonna speak my mind right quick, and I'm gonna break it down right quick in the short period of time. I've heard everything that she's told y'all, and yes, I agree. I deny some of it though. What I do deny is no, I'm not a bad person. I'm a great person. When I see my son, he's so excited to see me. He's more he don't listen to his mom. His mom tells him, no, come here, come inside. He don't listen to his mom. He comes running towards me because of how excited he is to see me. Yes, I understand. Back in 2003, I had a bad lingo. I had a bad language. I will say that B word very much. To be honest, it was one of my favorite words. I've been working on that since. I don't disrespect her no more. There's no history of me disrespecting her these past 2 years. The only times I have is because she's coming at me foul. And yes, I have broken stuff, and I did break her vehicle thing, whatever she said. Right after she broke my windshield on my Lincoln. Right after she broke the windshield on my Lincoln. So it goes both ways, you know. Like yeah, I was the one arguing this and that, but she was arguing right back with me. She was getting in my face just as much as I was getting in hers. So I don't wanna downplay or down talk her or make her seem like a horrible mom because she's a great mother. But no, I'm not. I don't. I'm just want to mention that like I'm not that horrible person that she slanders my name very much. She says this about me, she says that, but there's no proof. There's not proof of it at all. Like the one thing I do admit is I had broken a hole in the wall. I had broken the thing on her car. I did take the little remote. That's it. There's no police reports. There's no proof of me hitting her. There's none of that. She says it, but that's about it. But other than that, like I've been trying since August of 9th of 2005, since the last time she stopped letting me see him. Whenever I wanted to see him to drop off groceries for, because I would try to help him. I would try to go see him as much as I can, but she would alienate him from me. Well, so since she wouldn't let me see him, I would just take money to her or drop off groceries to her. Well, there was times that I needed to call the police because she wouldn't answer the door, and I was just dropping the groceries off. Oh, the reason why I called the police because I have a restraining order at her house as well. At the time, I did, not no more.
Yes, you do.
Okay, well, if I do, it should be taken off because you let me go play with him. You let me go play with him every week.
Okay.
Other than that, whenever I wanted to drop off groceries, sometimes she wouldn't accept them. She would tell the officers, "I don't want them. I don't need them." Well, when it was just stuff for him, it was stuff for him. She was being ignorant. But other than that,
Sir,
also
let's not call names, okay?
okay, oh, yes, ma'am. I apologize.
Okay. She
I didn't
hasn't
know that
called
was a
you
bad
any
word.
names, so let's not call names.
I didn't know that was a bad word. I apologize. But the back to one thing I wanted to mention also is the school incident. In the school incident, I do have a restraining order. Mind you, that restraining order was I went to jail for a criminal trespassing. Mind you, that restraining order was supposed to be lifted in 1 year. She made it to where I don't go over there for her own reasons, and I have my own reasons. She don't. I'm very nice. I got proof of it on my text messages. If I need to take copies of our conversations, I could bring it up. But I don't slaughter her name. I don't talk down on her no more. I don't say no type of bad words. I try to keep it as mutual and respectful as I can. There's no reason why I shouldn't be going up to the school because I wanted to mention that and fix that because I want to be part of his school. I wanted to see my son go up his grade and graduate whenever he does. She's avoiding that ever since that the ban got lifted and I notified that I was gonna meet her. I even had a meeting. I was gonna meet her teacher because my ban was lifted last year of August, and she got me rebanded. I'm like, whatever.
Okay, well, let me make it clear that this court can't do anything about whether or not you're
Yeah,
allowed at that school or
no.
not, okay?
I've
That's
been waiting for
between
this
you
court
and
to
the
be over so
school.
I can fix that. Yeah.
So, but, okay. I do have one other question that I thought about. Is there somebody, and not, the judge doesn't have to take either one of y'all's recommendations, but is there somebody that you could recommend if the judge orders supervised visitation
Yes.
that could supervise? And you've heard
Yes.
that she doesn't want anybody in your family. So is there somebody you think she may agree to?
Oh yeah.
Can you tell the judge who that is?
Yes, Your Honor. It'll be my mom because she talks that she don't want nothing to do with my mom or my sister or this. Yet my mom is still paying one of her bills. She pays her internet bill.
She doesn't.
Ma'am, please don't
I'm sorry.
interrupt.
She pays her internet bill. She would if she just said she doesn't, she was. Well, the reason why she has internet, I have since she used to deny my family and my mom and this and that. I have proof right here of all these receipts of my mom paying the daycare. So anytime she says all this about my mom. She says she don't trust my mom, but yet she don't accept payments and help for my mom. She says that
Okay.
she says
Okay.
she don't trust
What is your mom's name?
Luz Alcala.
Can you spell
The
that first name for me?
yeah, Luz.
Okay.
And
And
the
then what
last
was the last name?
Alcala. And another
ALCAL. Okay.
just one more thing, Dana, or I mean, Your Honor. I want to also mention she don't have. She says she talks down on my sister. Of what? Last time I heard, she mentioned they have their own police report of their own problems together. I guess her and my sister got their own problems, and she's the one in the police report. So you can look into that. Talking about she don't trust my family. My family's never given a reason not to trust. You mean like my family? I come from a great family. I'm the only outcast of the family. I'm the.
Okay. Okay. Your Honor,
Family.
I don't have any further questions
Okay.
of this witness. I pass the witness.
Okay, Mr. Avila,
Yes, Your Honor.
listen carefully to my
Yes,
questions
Your Honor.
and wait until I finish so that you don't talk over me, okay?
Yeah.
All right, and Miss Barrios,
I'm
listen
here still, sir.
carefully,
Yes.
listen carefully, but do not talk over, okay? Just wait until, I'm gonna get back with you, all right? Okay, through all of this, I'm listening. And I'm trying to get some ideas to get to some solutions, okay? All right, Mr. Avila. You said I want to be able to see my son. I get that. All right. What I have not heard from either you or Miss Barrios is, okay, I have heard the boy does love you. I have heard he's not
Miss-
afraid of you. I have heard you love your son and want to spend time with him. I've
Raise-
heard you want to get him and to go and have him and go play with. And I've heard Ms. Barrios say, I don't want disparaging remarks. I don't want bad things happening. I don't want any kind of violence and stuff. I'm going to tell you there's a solution. Don't worry. Okay? All right. Mr. Avila, if you had your way, and don't just say, I want them all the time. That's not going to do it for me, okay? I need kind of a suggestion. If you said, well, she's let me take him for 2-3 hours at a time. I've heard Miss Barrios say that. Okay.
Yeah,
And I heard y'all were doing things like that. All right. So how much how much do you want your son with? I know you want him all the time. You're his father. You love him. But in reality is you go to work, hopefully you get a job, you're working 40 hours a week, you're going to have things to do. When would you like to see him? First of all, would you like to see him like on weekends?
No, can I answer? I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't mean to interrupt. May I answer now?
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to have him for a month. I want to raise him. I feel like I have enough time to. I have the help from I live with my parents. I have the help from my parents. If I'm at work, my parents can watch him at home. I wanna raise them. I wanna have, if I
Okay,
can
Mr.
have,
Avila.
a month, I have a week. If a week is okay, if more than a week, whatever, the most time I can.
Okay, Mr. Avila, let me stop
Mhm.
you right there. Hold
Yeah.
on, listen to me. I have a saying I use all
Okay.
the time. You gotta crawl before you walk.
Mhm.
You gotta walk
Through
before
myself
you jog. You gotta jog before you sprint.
already.
I
I heard
asked
that
you how
before.
much you want to see him and you want to sprint. You said, I want him for a month. I'm like, whoa.
Well,
Okay.
I wanna start wherever I deserve to.
Right. So here's where I'm going with this. Eventually, if I can get you guys to make peace and do the right thing here, eventually you will have all kind of time with your son. And eventually, if y'all are at peace, Miss Barrios will be happy with you having all kind of time with your son. Okay?
I don't think she'll ever be.
Stop, listen. That's my goal, is for that to get worked out. But right now, y'all are at the beginning. Y'all aren't even crawling.
Of course.
Okay?
We're barely
All right.
going up the
So,
steps.
Ms. Avila, don't interrupt me. Listen to me. So I need to get something started. All
Okay.
right. I need to get something started, and we're going to do a temporary order. So we should be okay. You're
Okay.
telling me I'm not a danger to my son. You're telling me my son loves being with me. Guess what? At his age, no matter how much coaching you do, if you're messing it up, I'm going to know about it, because what's going to happen is he's not 2 or 3 years old. He's 5 years old.
Yeah,
And
he
he's
knows
going to
what's going on.
he's going to say things around his mother. Now, you might say, well, what if she makes stuff up? Well, here's the good thing. And listen carefully, Miss Barrios.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to start some visitation, because it's what needs to be done, as long as it's done right.
Supervise.
Okay? As long as it's done right. I'm going to start visitation. It's going to be done right. And we're going to take baby steps to get it going, but it's going to increase. Okay?
But supervise.
Here's your safeguard, Miss Barrios. You have the right to take your son to a counselor.
Yes.
Because you see, we will all know, and this is an example, Mr. Avila, so do not interrupt, just listen. We will
Yes, sir.
all know if physically that boy is being abused at that home. We will all know. We will see the bruising on the arm. We will see a bruise on the head that's not explained. We will see things that just doesn't make sense of how he got it. He is a little boy. Things are going to happen. He's going to fall down. He's going to get bumps. He's going to get bruises. Y'all both are going to ask each other, well, how did this happen? And
Yes.
there's some explanations, okay? But we're going to know. We're going to know, and the school's going to know, if this little boy's being physically abused by either one of y'all, because he's going to speak up.
Yes.
When they say,
Already.
well, what happened?
Of
Well,
course.
my mom got mad at me and she hit me with a chair. Okay. Little, things are said like that. All right. So my
Of
point
course.
is, we're going to know if there's physical abuse, any type of physical abuse of that boy while in the care of either of y'all, whether it's with you, Miss Barrios, or with you, Miss Avila. We're gonna know. You know what we don't know is the mental stuff.
Yeah.
That's not obvious. You don't see it like a bruise on the arm or a bruise on the face. The mental stuff. So that's why I said y'all have a right to take the little boy to a counselor.
For sure.
And if Ms. Barrios, you think Mr. Avila is violating the terms of my order, where I'm going to order no disparaging remarks made by either party or their families, y'all are to keep them under control. Don't badmouth the other side around that little boy. If
Exactly.
either of y'all are violating that, guess what? The little boy's going to say things, and he's going to say things to a counselor. And the counselor will be the main one coming to testify. It's not going to be like, oh, well, whatever what Mr. Barrios says is the truth, or whatever Mr. Avila says is the truth. I'm going to want to hear from other witnesses if these things are happening. And so my point is there are safeguards. There are school counselors, there are personal counselors. You can take them to counseling. Either one of y'all can take them to counseling. So that the counselor says, let's just say, for example, Ms. Barrios, that you say, well, he's scared to death when he's with his father. And the counselor asks him, Junior, are you afraid of your father? And he goes, no. You're not afraid? No. Not afraid? No, not at all. I'm going to say, well, Ms. Barrios, I'm just trying to tell you, he's telling the counselor he ain't scared. And the counselor's job is to figure out who's telling the truth and who's lying. Okay? Because that's a mental thing. Do you understand, Ms. Barrios?
Correct. And my
So
son has
that's your
said that
safe-
before.
That's your
Okay.
safe. That's your safeguard, counselor. And as he gets older, he's going to be able to express himself even better. And he will
Yes.
make outcries at school. He will say things to the teachers. He will say things to a counselor at school. And when they say those things, that's the stuff that comes back that says, okay, now we know you're violating the terms because you're messing with the kid's head. All right? And those are hard to prove, but they can be proven. I'm going to put in safeguards. Okay? So, having said that, I've asked Mr. Barrios, well, how much do you want? Well, I want them all the time. No, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to change custody. That's not happening. Okay. But here's what I think I'm going to do, because we're going to do a temporary order.
Yes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put rules in place, and I'm going to give Mr. Avila some time with his son, because I think it's important. Okay?
Thank-
And what
Like
I'm
in
going to do
what
is start
ways?
off with, and I'm going to start off with this. Okay, Ms. Barrios? Because we're going to see how it goes. We're going to start off where Mr. Avila, he's had him in the past for a few hours. Well, I'm going to expand on that. And I'm going to start off with, I want him to be able to pick up his son on a Saturday morning at 9 o'clock and keep him for the day and bring him back at 6 o'clock that day. It's a whole day. He can actually do some things with him. He will be responsible for feeding him lunch, maybe dinner, but he will be responsible for taking care of him during that day. He wants time with his son. I'm going to give him time with his son. And we're going to all see how it goes. And there's going to be rules in place. But I'm going to let him start off with Saturday visits from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's going to be the start. I'm not going to put supervision in there. You know why?
Why?
Because, first of all, I have not heard anything about this child being in danger with his father.
Well,
I've
he
not
has
heard
told me
anything.
before that his dad has put his head on the toilet.
Well, I'm just
Explain that
trying to
to
tell
me.
you, okay, Miss Barrios,
Yes, sir.
I cannot do anything about what happened yesterday, day before, and this evidence. I'm getting at where I'm going with this is that Mr. Avila knows that when you get that boy back, you're going to question him. You're going to ask him, well, what did you do? Well, what did y'all do? Mr. Avila would be a fool if he did anything physical to the boy. Anything, like sticking his head in the toilet. Okay?
Well, he did that, and he could tell you that right now.
Again, Ms.
I'm
Barrios,
sorry. It's just
I can't change the past. I can only say that we do have a good system where the little boy can make an outcry, okay, and can say this happened or that happened. And guess what? You don't have to wait till we come back to court in 4 months. You can come back to court sooner than that and say, Judge, we need to stop this. This is happening to my son. And I'll say, what proof do you have? And you better have some proof. So we're going to have to start with baby steps. Now, if you don't trust any members of his family,
Nope.
what good is it gonna be good for me to put like his mother's the supervisor. If you go, well, I don't trust her, or his sister, well, I don't trust her. So actually, it sounds like you trust them even less than you trust Mr. Avila. So my
Because
point
they're
is,
all, okay, I'm
the
gonna
little boy knows who his father is.
yes,
And when you have your daughter, I'm sorry, your son, you can have your son around anybody you want as long as it's safe, right? Your
yes.
friends, your family, whatever. Nobody says you can't have him around this person or that person. No, I'm not doing that to you. I'm not going to do that to Mr. Avila either. Okay? I don't have anybody in particular reason why I need to restrict any of his family members. But by putting him as a supervisor, I don't think that helps because all that does is force Mr. Avila, when he has that day with his son, then he has to have his mom there the whole time. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Nor would I make you have supervision the whole time you're with your son. Okay? I'm not going to do that, but you have the right to take your son to a counselor if he starts acting out, if he starts saying things that make you worry that this child's being exposed to some bad stuff. Now, Mr. Avila, you're hearing what she's saying.
Oh
So
yeah,
you
I'm
better be
I'm
on
all ears.
best, you better be on best behavior.
I'm all
Best
ears. Yes, Your
behavior.
Honor.
Best behavior. Okay.
What
I
is
can't
that? Yeah.
emphasize that enough because if you give Miss Barrios the ammunition for me
You
to
can
take
wonder.
away your time with your son, then you're making a big mistake because she's going to use it. I don't blame her. She's going to protect the little boy. Okay. So what we're going to do is because I believe in frequent contact, and because this is a temporary order,
Okay.
I'm going to make it where you get to see him once a week, every
Okay.
Saturday from 9 to 6.
Okay.
Every Saturday. Now I know you're thinking, Ms. Barrios, well, gosh, you're clogging up every weekend. I'm going, ma'am, he needs frequent contact with him. And from 9 to 6, he has him. And you know what? If he doesn't come all the time, whose fault is that? Not yours, Ms. Barrios, because you're not going to block him. And y'all are going to meet at that park that y'all have suggested to exchange the child. You'll be there at 9 in the morning with him. Okay. Make sure he's wearing proper clothing. If it's hot, make sure he's comfortable. If it's cold, make sure he's got jackets.
I got his
But
own clothing.
we're gonna do this on a temporary basis. Not putting supervisor, but y'all are gonna meet at a public at that park. Okay? Y'all meet there at 9 and then at 6, you go back and you get him. That's it. You
No
see it?
later
We're
than
gonna
that.
take baby steps. No overnights at the beginning here.
I have
No
a question.
overnights, no weekends, none of that. We're going to simply start with 9 to 6 on Saturdays until we come back to court.
Okay,
Okay.
I also have something. I already have pre-planned all my trips ready. I have an emergency eye surgery for my mom coming up May. So we'll be gone for a week, okay? I'm just letting
Coming
you
up
know this is
when?
to California. I have to go take care of her. She's gonna have an eye surgery. I already bought our tickets to go to California
Okay.
May
All right.
of next month. And I
May
already
of
bought,
next.
yes, next
Okay,
month
hold
is
on. Wait, Ms.
Your
Avila.
Honor, she
Okay.
goes to
May
California
what?
anytime
What
this week.
date?
because
on.
my family is over there, dude. I don't have nobody
Hold on.
here.
Hey, stop that. Stop talking to
Okay,
each
okay,
other.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I asked a question, Miss Barrios. When in May? May what?
May 6th, oh, I have the calendar right here. I'm leaving May the 2nd. I'll be back the 9th.
Hold on, let me look at that. So you leave what, May 2nd?
It's a Saturday and I come back to Saturday.
Hey, Your Honor, I'm okay with her seeing her mom. She needs to go take care of her mother. Like if that's
Yeah,
the,
you
if
don't,
that's the case, if that's the case, I
Okay,
don't want to get, I don't want to be in, I don't want to get in between none of that. That family comes first,
okay.
you know.
All right, hold on. All right. So you'll be gone from May 2nd to May 9th. All right? Then
and
I
every
tell you
year.
what, hold on, listen. Just don't interrupt me. For the month of May, instead of that Saturday 9 to 6, I'm gonna let it because I want him to have frequent contact with his father and get used to seeing his dad. And I want you, Miss Barrios, to see that he sees the dad to make sure it's going okay. All right. I got to have enough of those so I can get comfortable with what I do in the future. So, because you'll be gone from May the 2nd to May the 9th, I'm going to allow him to have May the 1st, which is a Friday, from 9 to 6.
So
on
he,
that day.
he can't take him to school.
Well,
My sister can, my mom can.
See, I don't want sister and mom. That's what I'm talking about.
They're
okay,
not, they
hold
don't
on,
have,
hold
Your
on,
Honor, they
hold
don't have no
on.
restraining order or nothing. My sister has her own kids that go there.
I don't trust
Okay.
your sister with her kids. She said, I hit your kids, her kids.
You know what? Y'all
Yeah,
both
you hear her,
interrupt.
not
Stop
her.
now.
Sir.
Hey, y'all keep this up. We're gonna go to an in-person hearing. So
Okay,
y'all
yeah,
need to behave
I'm not the
and
one that
wait
trusts.
until I tell you can talk.
Yeah,
Okay, I get it. So you're telling me, well, he's got school on that day. All
Go.
right, I get it, because it is true, Mr. I can't change the no trespass order.
No, yeah, but you
Now,
understand.
hold
what
on,
my mind-
hold
Okay,
on. What time does the little boy get out of school?
3:30.
All right,
3:30.
so on May the 1st, because I want him to have that contact,
May 1st.
he will have them from 4 o'clock until 9 a.m. until 9 that night. Okay?
Okay.
4
Yes,
to
sir.
9. Okay? That's May the 1st. That's a Friday. All the other ones are going to be Saturday 9 to 6. But May 2nd, he won't have them. And on the Sunday after you get back, you said I leave on May the 2nd. I come back on May the 9th. Okay. May the 10th. May 10th. He's going to have him that day from 9 to 6.
I'm
That's a
sorry, can you
Sunday.
say that one more
No,
time, Your Honor?
there's no
May-
school on that Sunday, so it's May the 6th. I'm sorry,
May the
May the 10th. He
May
will
the
have them
10th.
from 9 to 6.
Okay, 9.
Okay? So in other
Okay.
words, instead of having them on May the 9th from 9 to 6, because that's when you come back, he will have them on May the 10th. That's Sunday from 9 till 6 for the day only. All of these times are only in the daytime.
That's
And the one
fine.
that's shortened is the one on May the 1st. On May the 1st, it's going to be from 4 to 9. Okay? That's a Friday.
Is this every Saturday or every Friday? After they get back to
And let me
California?
say it again. Let me say it again.
One
Between
more time.
now and when we come back to court, I want you to have frequent contact. It's going to be for the day only. I'm not putting supervision, but I'm not giving you overnights yet. Okay?
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
see
yeah.
how this goes. I want
Mhm.
you, Miss Barrios, to be able to say, okay, I've checked each day. He's come back okay. He's not mouthing me. He seems to be enjoying his time with his father. I want to see if we can crawl first before we do anything. Get
Oh, just
something.
wait and see.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
hold on. All right.
Amen.
So it's going to
See
be
what I
every
mean? This is when he
Saturday
does his little
until
remarks.
don't.
He does these little remarks.
You're not getting what you want. That's what it is.
Hey,
Y'all
stop.
please stop talking to each other and listen to the judge.
Y'all are making this harder, and I'm just trying to get y'all there. So stop and listen. Again, I'm going to repeat this. Between now and the next hearing date, which will be in approximately 4 months, we're going
4
to use
months.
temporary order. So we're looking April, May, June, July, August. We're going to come back.
August.
Okay?
Got it.
Reset to August. Miss Burton, what August dates do we have available?
Judge, I think they need to come back in person, because
Do-
they're making
do-
a record very difficult.
Well-
The next record would be, the next in-person would be July 17.
This is so hard now. You guys are,
Hold
I'm a
on,
quick, Your Honor, can I just say something real quick?
hold on.
Okay.
I'm looking at a reset date. Okay,
We
and I'll
have,
tell you what, we're gonna, no, we're gonna reset this to September the 11th.
February, March, April, May, June.
That gives us
September
plenty of
11th.
time to see how this works out.
Oh, yeah.
September 11th.
And is
Okay,
that in person, Judge?
yes,
That's in person. Okay.
okay, that way I can get you all in front of me in a courtroom in Hounsville, okay?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna reset this for the final order for September 11th, 2026, in person. Okay, because I'm hoping I can get 2 more reasonable people by then. Because I'm gonna enforce on y'all that between now and then, every Saturday from 9 to 6, Mr. Avila is to have possession of this child. Y'all meet at the park to exchange the child. The only exception is Saturday, May the 2nd and Saturday, May the 9th. He will not, because you have a plane you got to catch already,
Yeah,
ma'am.
okay.
And I
Every Saturday.
get it. You got to fly to California. So I'm going to accommodate you. On that particular
Awesome.
event, instead of May the 9th, he's going to get May the 1st and not go to the school. He'll get them from 4 till 9. That's a Friday evening, 4 till 9 on May the 1st. Okay? And then he will not get May the 9th because you will still be, you'll be coming back on that day. So he will get on that Sunday, May the 10th from 9 till 6. My plan is he sees his son, he gets to see his son every
Okay.
week, okay? For the day only. I know one of them, it's only gonna be a half day, but that's gonna be the deal. That way we get to see how the contact goes.
Yeah, I
I'm not
understand.
going with what Mr. Avila wants. I could order weekends and overnights and all kind of stuff. I'm not doing that yet. I need to get you, Miss Barrios, comfortable. I need to
I
get you
know.
a comfort zone where you know
I
your
need to
son
put
is safe,
myself.
okay? And Mr. Barrios, I need to get, I'm sorry, Mr. Avila, I need to get there. So to get there, you have your chance. You're
Let me show
basically
you.
auditioning as being a dad. Use
Yeah.
it wisely,
Yes, sir. Thank
okay?
you, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. In addition to that, I am ordering that there'll be no disparaging remarks made by
Okay.
either party. None. No disparaging remarks. Okay? Either by y'all or anybody else. And I'm going to tell you how much you hurt a child when you do that.
A lot.
That little boy, for better or for worse, loves his mama and loves his daddy. So when you, Mr. Avila, say anything bad about mom in front of that little boy, you're not hurting the little boy. I'm sorry, you're not hurting the mom, you're hurting the little boy because you just said something bad about his mom. And ma'am, Ms. Barrios, when you say something bad about Mr. Avila in front of the little boy, you're not hurting Mr. Avila. You're hurting the little boy because you just said something bad about his dad. For better or for worse, he loves his dad. For better or for worse, he loves his mom. So y'all have to also tell your family members, do not badmouth the other party around the child. Do not. And if I find out that y'all are doing that, I'm going to find out because the little boy's going to tell both y'all and going to tell a counselor. And y'all are going to come back here on an in-person here with a counselor ready to testify about what's really happening. Because that's going to be very believable, whatever that counselor tells me. So I'm giving y'all both the chance to fly right. All right?
Thank you.
At this point, I am going to state that there is a geo restriction to live in Lavaca or contiguous counties only for the temporary order. Because obviously I don't want Ms. Barrios moving away right now. But this is only for these 4 to 5 months. Okay? After that, I'm very much inclined to not put a geo restriction. And I will tell you why. Because I will make it where both of y'all are going to bear the cost of all the travel evenly. So if Ms. Barrios moves to California, she's going to have to pay half of all the travel costs. And as far as you're concerned, Mr. Avila, about what she's going to be dealing with over there, California is a huge state. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm sure that, I mean, that little gangs used to run with, but used to be very popular. But sir,
They get old.
how would they even know? I mean,
Hey,
she's
Your Honor,
not.
Tim.
Don't interrupt me, Mr. Avila. Listen to me. Listen to me. I get it. You want to protect your son. And I get it. You have bad history over there. Well, Mr. Avila, there's no reason you got to be in California. You may go to pick him up and fly back here. Okay, that's it. And then she may have to fly over here to pick him up and take him back.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell y'all.
I was thinking about it some other way, but no, yeah,
Right,
for sure.
right.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell y'all there'll be protection. There'll be things because obviously Ms. Barrios does not want the little boy hurt. She's not going to be running him around with gang members see and hear. No, that'd be foolish. California's a huge state. Okay. So I doubt that, but I mean, yeah, if she parades him around the old gang, well, of course. And they say, what's his name? And they say, oh, that's Jose Avila Jr. Well, yeah, that's stupid. And I would assume Ms. Barrios is not going to do that.
I'm
Right, Ms.
unaffiliated,
Barrios?
I'm unaffiliated with
Oh,
no gang members.
Right,
I put,
hold on, Mr. Avila, I didn't ask you a question.
yeah,
Before I met him, I was a 3 working job. After I met him, everything just went down, sir. I
I've
had
met,
3 jobs. I know, I'm just
okay,
saying, I'm pointing it
okay.
out.
Ms. Barrios, that wasn't my question.
I
All
know.
right, so
I
I'm
have
trying
no,
to tell y'all, that I've got safeguards in place here.
thank you, sir.
At this point in time, you can travel anywhere you want, but you cannot move out of Lavaca or contiguous counties under the temporary order, only for now. But afterwards, I've told you, I'm very much inclined to not put a restriction, but to make it where each side has to pay half of all costs of travel. That will eliminate people moving away just to keep somebody from seeing their kid, okay? So there's ways I can deal with that. Second thing, I am going to order, Mr. Avila, that you do need to cooperate on the passports. Y'all need to cooperate with each other. Both of y'all need to be aware of surroundings. Both of y'all need to be aware that if you decide to go to Mexico, you better take extra safeguards. Mexico is very dangerous in certain areas. Okay. So I'm aware of that. I'm very much aware of that. But I'm not going to make it where y'all don't have to do the passports. I'm ordering each of y'all to cooperate with regards to the passports so that y'all are free to travel. Both of y'all are free to travel with the child. Y'all both have the responsibility to make sure the child's safe, even if it's vacations.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
okay with that. I'm okay with that. I can take
Okay,
them
so that's what I'm ordering. All right?
Well,
Hold
can I
on.
get it this weekend? Because you know how nowadays they don't think the passport is enough.
Hold on. Look, I don't know. I'm trying to tell you, you can go and apply as soon as you want. Today is Friday. You
I
asked me,
have
can I
it
get it
before.
this weekend? I don't know that y'all can do it on over the weekend.
No, I'm just
But
saying, like after this, I could say, hey, can we go do the passport? Because I've done
yes,
the paperwork and they told me all you needed is the father's signature. That's
okay.
the thing
And
that's holding me up.
Mr. Avila, I'm ordering you to sign the paperwork,
Oh,
okay?
Your Honor, she needs the passport to travel to. She don't need the passport to travel to California. But if you're ordering it, understandable. She wants the passport because she wants to go to Mexico. Supposedly, she's
It's
supposed to
not
be
the
taking care of.
reason.
Stop interrupting, please. She's supposed to be taking care of her mom. What does she need a passport to go to Mexico for this
Okay.
month or week?
Okay,
It means
Mr. Avila,
she's lying
Mr.
to
Avila,
someone.
stop. Listen, I just ruled
Yeah,
that
I heard.
y'all cooperate with each other on the passports, period.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
It's for both of y'all's benefit. I don't
Yeah,
need
yeah.
anything else about it. Do
Thank
it,
you.
cooperate.
It's not hers. I'll get my paperwork done too. Okay.
What you're gonna find, Mr. Avila, is that if I get angry, I'm gonna start cutting back on what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Because
of
I'm gonna
course.
say, well, Mr. Avila, you obviously won't control your temper. And I'm gonna say the same for Ms. Barrios. When
Yeah.
I say stop talking, I mean stop talking because you're hurting yourself. Just listen to me. I just ordered the passports to cooperate with each other on the passports. Period. Okay. All right. Both y'all are under the understanding y'all better be taking care of that child safely when you have them. I don't care where you are.
Yes, sir.
California, Hallettsville, Mexico. I don't care where you travel, but you better be taking care of him. And make sure each visits, child's available, Miss Barrios. You go to the park, take him. All right? You understand? All right, let me finish my ruling here.
Okay.
I am going to name y'all joint managed conservator, temporary joint managed conservator. However, and that means Mr. Avila is going to have certain rights, but I cannot override a school no trespass order. But I can say this, Mr. Avila, the school no trespass order, I can see where they can say he cannot come on the school campus. I get that. But they cannot control if your son's got a baseball game and he wants to go to a baseball game.
Oh yeah. I've been attending all his
If he's
baseball
got
games.
stuff not at the school, he's gonna be able to go and behave himself, but go and watch the boy.
Oh, that's
Okay,
good to know.
so
That's
let me
good to
say
know.
this. In addition, Mr. Avila has the right to know about doctor's appointments and stuff
Thank you.
like that. So here's what I'm saying. With regards to the joint managed conservator rights, I'm going to give Mrs. Barrios the exclusive right to receive child support, the exclusive right to make final medical decisions, the exclusive right to make final educational decisions,
Yeah.
like which school and stuff it goes to. So medical, dental, school, child support, residence, where he lives, that's all gonna be exclusive for Miss Barrios. With the restriction right now in the temporary, I don't want her to move away. So it's gonna be Lavaca or contiguous counties on the temporary. But she gets to make those decisions. Now, Mr. Avila is entitled to know things. He's entitled to know how she's doing, the kids are doing in school, which means he can talk to counselors, teachers, principals. He's got a right to know how his son is doing in school. He has a right to know how his medical did. He has a right to talk to doctors. He has a right to talk to dentists. He has the right to talk to counselors. Miss
Now-
Barrios, you make the final decision. Okay,
Okay, yeah.
which means that if you want him at one school and Mr. Avila wants him at another, you get to pick the school, ma'am. If you want him to take a certain, have a medical procedure done, and Mr. Avila doesn't want that, no, ma'am, you get the control. You
Okay.
decide final on medical, dental,
I know everything.
counseling, and school, but he gets to know about it.
That's fine.
Okay,
I
he has
still
the
let
right
him
to
know
know.
things.
Oh, she
What's
doesn't.
that?
Hey, Your Honor, she hasn't let me know for nothing in these past 2 years at all. She alien. I can't even call him to check in on him. I have to
Mr.
show up when
Mr. Avila, Mr. Avila, hold on, Mr. Avila. You see, here's where we got a problem. Y'all both want to get into the past. I just made my ruling.
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying she won't let me know. She won't notify me anything, Your Honor. She never has.
Well, okay.
Like,
Ms. Barrios,
I'm here,
you have
sir.
to keep them informed of like how he's doing in school. You have to keep them informed who his teachers are. You have to keep them informed who the doctors are. You have to let him know when there's a doctor's appointment. Okay, if he wants to go. He has right. Now you get to make the decisions, but he's the
Okay.
father. So
Right.
quiet, Mr. Avila. Ms. Barrios, you just got to keep him informed. You're
Yeah,
not
I'm
getting his
keeping a loop.
permission. Do you
Yes, sir.
understand?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Y'all are I am ordering that y'all use app close. So that's how you keep them informed. Use app close, okay? And y'all can talk to each other any way you want, but I'm only ordering y'all to go through app close so that if y'all can't talk, y'all use app close and it proves what each one is saying. That's why we use app close. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I would like, so I could keep records of everything
Right,
he
that's right.
says.
Okay.
Use app close.
Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor,
All right.
wait. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
Hold on.
When I get a
Let's see
chance,
here.
please I would like to speak.
There, I want current child support is gonna be set at the amount of $220 a month. Current cash medical is gonna be set at 67.
Your Honor, starting when?
May 1st,
Okay.
May 1st, 2026.
Okay, got
Okay.
you. May
There's
1st.
there's no retro child support. Okay. Y'all now know
Okay.
what the visitation terms are. The geo restriction does apply on the temporary only. Cooperate with each other on the passport. Okay. Did I miss anything, Miss Overstreet?
I just want to clarify a couple of things. So for the visitation, do you usually include a provision that since they got to go meet somewhere else, that he give her 24-hour notice if he's going to actually exercise his right or not, so that she's not sitting over there like, if he gets sick or something and he can't make it,
Look,
she doesn't need to be sitting there for hours
and
waiting on him.
that can apply either way. That's why y'all are
Right.
using app close.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Avila, if for some reason you're not gonna make a visit, I don't want her sitting at that park waiting on you. You are to contact her, give her at least 24 hours notice. You
Oh,
put
yeah,
that in the order, and y'all each are to do that. Something might come up, Ms. Barrios, where you just cannot comply. Okay?
Yeah,
So you gotta
yeah,
give him 24 hours notice if you're not going to appear for him to go pick up child. I don't want him sitting out there waiting for you and you don't show up. So y'all gotta notify each other 24 hours notice if you're not gonna do the visits that I've ordered for any reason. Maybe something has come up. Now, I'm gonna say this. Ms. Barrios, give it a chance. You can monitor it. No overnights yet, no weekends yet, none of that. And that's all in the future. Okay. So let's see how this goes. And Mr. Avila, don't mess this up.
I won't, Your Honor.
Okay? You know what's been said. Now make sure that don't happen. No violence, no threats, no bad mouthing. Y'all both know my ruling is no disparaging remarks. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm
So,
sorry to ask something.
And I have a couple of more clarifications when it's my
Sure.
turn, Judge.
that was a good one, the 24-hour notice, though. Yes.
Okay.
Good, sir. I know how you said we have the next hearing September 11th. Like I said, before all this court stuff, I pre-plan everything. I'm a pre-planner. My trip's already booked for July. That's the month we have summer break, okay? School's out May, okay? May 23rd or something. School's out in July. Well, school's out May. But we always take vacations to California. He knows that. Every summer, sir. Every summer, okay? Since
You know,
I've been with him. And there's never been a problem. I let him see him like I would normally have. But like I said, I already paid these tickets for July, and I always go for a month, and he knows that. I've
The
never
only thing
changed it, and we've
Hold
never
on.
changed it at all. And I like to keep it that way. Like I said, my plan here, it was to come. Yeah, I had Junior here in Texas. I was never planning to stay because whatever he did, I'm not going through the past. Whatever he did, I lived on my own for the past 2-3 years already since without him. So, and I even told him, I like being here in Texas, but my home is California, okay? And I told this lady, Donnie, her name, that's why I want the court to know that if any possible way that I cannot, I'm not gonna stay here forever. My family is over there. I'm majority half of the time over there, sir.
Ma'am, I've heard all that. I did not make you stay here permanently. I said on a temporary basis. I didn't say you couldn't travel. I just said on a temporary basis, you do
bring it
not
right now.
leave, you do not change your residence from Lavaca or contiguous counties.
Okay.
For July, you're gonna have to, I'm not gonna change that. I'm gonna let the man see the child, even in July, every Saturday. That's for this year. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm gonna do. That's the order. Okay? That's my order.
So what, can I get a reimbursement of the ticket that I bought already from the
Ma'am,
son?
all I can tell you, no, ma'am, I'm just trying to tell you that I'm not gonna go put this in, then go take it away. I've already made an adjustment for May for you, and I got that, okay? But now you're saying, well, in July, I want to be able to travel to California. I always go in California in July, and I'm saying, ma'am, this is well away from July. We're in April, okay?
No, but I'm
And
just wanting to let you
so
know.
I'm not going to change and say, well, for the month of July, he's not gonna have any visits, because that's what you're basically saying. You're not telling me you're gonna be gone for a week or two. You're telling me you're gonna be gone for a month in July,
Yeah, so should I
okay?
advise you?
And
Yeah.
I get that, but if you do that, then he does not get to see his son for a month. Remember, he wanted to have him for a month straight, and I didn't do that. I didn't do that, and I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just trying to explain to you, no, ma'am. This July, he gets his Saturday visits. That's it. Now, having said that, and I'm glad you brought this up, Ms. Overstreet, you also can put visitations, whatever they agree to. If the visits are going well in April and in May and in June, and you talk to Mr. Avila and you say, look, I sure would like to take him. And he says, well, will you give me some makeup time? And you say, you know what? Throughout all of August, instead of you just having them for the day on Saturday in August, I'm going to let you have them for the day on Saturday and Sunday, 2 days in a row, all of August, because he doesn't take any of July. That's up to y'all if y'all want to change that. Okay? That's up to y'all. Y'all can change dates to make it work. But for right
Okay.
now, I'm trying to accommodate both sides and make this a fair deal to where this man has an opportunity to have a relationship with his son, and you have an opportunity to get comfortable with his relationship with the son.
As long as
So
she's
at
cool with
this
me, I'll be
point,
cool with her, Your Honor.
what's that, Mr. Avila?
As long as she acts cool with me, I'll be cool with her. But maybe we can talk it out, and maybe in July she could do. You know what I mean? Like you just said. Yeah,
Well, I'm just saying that maybe y'all can work something out
yeah.
for July, maybe
she acts cool
July
with
and
me,
August, okay? And look, I'm suggesting y'all can do that. Let me tell you why. When we
Okay.
come back here in September, and it's gonna be in Hounsville, in the courthouse, I'm hoping that you two come in with some good news for me. that you, Miss Barrios, say, you know what? I was really shaky on it, but I did it, and I have passports and I can travel. And by the way, Mr. Avila got really nice with me and he agreed to switch some stuff so that I could make my trip to California in July, because I agreed that he could have extra time in June and in August. And y'all worked it out. I would love to hear that. That's what I'm going to give y'all the
Yeah, for sure.
opportunity to do. But for right now, ma'am, I cannot, I'm not going to change July. He gets every Saturday in July from 9 to 6. That's all he gets. And all I can tell you, ma'am, is imagine that if I did it in reverse and I said, I'm going to give him a month and you get only Saturdays for the day for a month. You would be heartbroken. And that would be just too much. And I'm not doing that right now. I'm not doing overnights, I'm not doing weekends, but I am setting this up for the frequent visits on Saturdays with y'all having the agreement that y'all can change dates. Anything else, Ms. Barrios?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else, Ms. Overstreet?
Yes, I'm not sure if you include this in your, when you do the modifications, the judges I normally go, they include a provision, that Mr. Avila, no alcohol or illegal drugs 24 hours or during the possession. Do you include that in your orders?
I
Do you
think
want me to
that's fine.
include that?
Mr. Avila is shaking his head. Yes, he's fine with that. Mr.
Okay.
Oh
Avila,
yeah,
And then-
that's out the picture,
Look,
man.
Okay.
during the
And-
time period that you have your son, or the 12 hours prior to that, okay? You are
No,
not
nothing.
allowed, you're not allowed to do any illegal drugs or consume alcohol,
Yes,
okay?
Your Honor. Yes,
That's
Your
the
Honor.
deal, okay?
Yeah. Salute.
And then I just have one more. I do need you to make a ruling on the non-disclosure.
I'm ordering that, there is no need for the non-disclosure at this point in time. Okay, but
That's,
I do want you to put in there where you're putting the part about no, disparaging remarks. I also wanted to say that they are not allowed to go to each other's house at this point.
okay,
Okay? No, I don't want that.
okay.
Y'all meet at the park to exchange the child. So,
Okay.
y'all are
Your
not
Honor,
allowed to go to each other's home. Y'all both said that. We don't want them at the other one's house. That's fine. Y'all meet at the park to exchange the child.
Your Honor, do I get my first Saturday this tomorrow or the next Saturday?
You get it tomorrow.
Awesome.
You haven't seen this boy. I want it to start now. And I think it's gonna be fine. I really do. Because again, Mr. Avila, I cannot emphasize enough how much you are basically under the spotlight. Don't mess this up. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you.
Don't mess this up. And Ms. Barrios, I understand you're frustrated, you're sad, you're angry, you're scared. It's be mad and angry at me, not Mr. Avila. He's trying to be a father. Just be
I
mad
am.
at me and
I am, sir.
let's let this try to work out. We have found there's been studies, Ms. Barrios, that have showed that people that have a relationship with their children tend to keep providing for their children through child support and otherwise. People that don't have a relationship, they don't provide for them, and then those children grow up angry with all kind of problems and issues because they feel abandoned. I don't want your son to ever look at you and say, you're the reason I don't have a father. Okay? I don't
Yes.
want that to be. I want it to be that you give Mr. Avila every chance to be a father under the rules. Okay? And
Well, this is
so
what I needed to, because it's better everything in court, because out of court, it was just a mess.
I
But
know that. I know. And
it's
that's
better
why
this way. Because after I started doing the court, everything just changed. He just started being good, which is good. Once court
Yeah.
is involved, police is involved,
Thank you.
that's right.
that's right. We all play by the rules now.
Yes, sir.
Ms.
The safe side.
Overstreet, are you asking to assess court costs at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for the
Okay.
reminder.
Okay, court costs is to be paid by Mr. Avila.
Thank you.
Okay.
And the app, how would he get the app?
Yeah, what app is it,
It'll
you
be
guys?
attached, the information will be attached to the order. There'll be an order saying that y'all communicate only through app close, and then at the back,
We'll get it in
I'll
the-
send you a
we'll get it in
thing
the
and
mail?
it'll walk you through how you do it. And
Do we
it'll
get it
tell
in
you,
the mail?
once you set it up, y'all will each you go in there and find through each other's emails, which will also be in the order. And let me
Okay.
just tell y'all, I'm going to draft the order. It's going to take me a little while because it's not like the typical order. And then I'm going to send it to each of y'all through what they call DocuSign through your emails.
Okay.
And then I
Okay.
need y'all, and you're going to need to sign it. Not that you agree with what the judge ordered. It's going to say approved as to form. You're going to need to sign it saying this is what the judge ordered. It's not saying I approve of what the judge ordered. I like what the judge ordered. It's only saying this is what the judge ordered. Okay. And that I'll be working on that and I'll send that to y'all.
Within today or tomorrow?
No, I'll get it done today.
Okay.
And I don't know that there may not even be any more hearings or anything. So I don't know that they need to just sit in the waiting rooms waiting on it.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this for entry on May the
Okay.
1st. That gives you 2 weeks. Set for entry
Okay.
on May the 1st. That gives you plenty of time, Ms. Overstreet, to put this order together. But I'm ruling and rendering today. So my
Okay.
order is effective today. That's why I say the visits start tomorrow. And
Okay.
the
Your Honor,
judge
can I ask? Can
And,
I ask?
I will do
Okay.
the order today, Your Honor, and send it to them. And if they both sign it and send it back, I'll go ahead and send it to Stuart to get whoever it is that sends you orders. Okay.
That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Make sure y'all keep a copy of the order, guys, so y'all both know what the terms are, okay?
Yes. Hey, Your Honor, I was gonna ask. You told me on Saturdays I get them. If it's not Saturday, if I wanted to call him on Wednesday to see how he's been, I can call through the app.
Here's what you're doing. With the app
Okay.
closed, you can contact, if things start going better and y'all are getting along, you can contact Ms. Barrios through app close and say, hey, I really miss him. Can I call him and talk to him tonight? Now, Ms. Barrios, if things are going well, I'm going to encourage that, but I'm not going to make it a court order. I'm going to
Okay.
listen, though, as to who cooperates when we come back to court. I'm going to see who is trying to co-parent, who is trying to put the child first, okay? And so I've got every Saturday tied up. I get it, except for those 2 dates in May, which is going to be a Friday evening and a Sunday instead. I got it where you got it. But yes, it would be nice if he can talk to him, and especially Miss Barrios, if your son enjoys talking to his daddy.
He
Okay?
loves to, man. Yeah.
So, but I'm not doing any specific time. I'm not going by court order, but I'm not going to keep him from doing it either. I'm going to tell him that he can contact you through app close and ask to talk to the little boy. Okay? Do you understand, Miss Barrios?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's give this a chance.
And Your Honor, just thought of something. Since they both on the record had waived and said it's okay, their address being the court order, there's another little form I'll send them that they need to sign saying that they understand that their address is going in the court order.
Right,
That
right.
our firm, and it's in addition to the order, it's something that the state requires. I
That's
just wanted
fine.
to let them know it's coming so they're not surprised.
And they're both ordered not to go to each other's residence, so that's
Right.
fine. And they both know where each one lives. Lavaca County is a small area. They know.
Yeah.
He knows where she lives. She knows where he lives, but they're not going to go to each other's house. And they know to meet at that park at the time I've stated. All right. So there's a word I want y'all to hear. Reasonable.
Yes, Your Honor.
Reasonable.
Reasonable.
Reasonable. I want y'all
write
to be
down.
reasonable with each other. That's what I'm asking y'all to do. I'm not making a court order. I'm saying try to be reasonable with each other.
Nah, I'm gonna take it into
Hopefully-
consideration.
Hopefully by me forcing this upon y'all, we open the door to some regular communication and visits and access, and Mr. Avila turns the corner and becomes a good dad. And Miss Barrios says, well, he wasn't worth a darn before, but after that judge chewed on him, he straightened up and it's been great. He's doing great. So that's what I want to hear. Do you understand, Miss Barrios?
Correct.
Do you understand, Mr. Avila?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, and I just looked at our calendar. You had made order entry on May the 1st. I don't know if you actually wanted a hearing because on May the 1st, all of the attorneys in Region 7 have to be at a conference.
No, I'm just giving
do
you
you-
that as an entry date, re-entry date. So I don't leave it just open where the order's floating out there. So by May 1st, I would expect you to submit that order to me. whether they sign
Okay,
it or not.
whether they've
okay?
signed it or not.
That's right, that's right.
Okay,
This is not
okay,
for
so
you
you're not
to,
expecting
Mr.
a hearing
Avila
that day.
and Ms. Barrios. What y'all are
Yes.
doing, y'all are gonna get a chance to look at the order and get a chance to sign it. Main thing is you're gonna have a copy of the order. And I want y'all to have that, so you know what the rules are, okay? You know what I've ruled and what I've said. That's the main reason.
Yes.
Signing off on it is just showing, yes, these
Agreed.
are the terms the judge said. But if you don't sign it because I've rendered today, it's an official order today. So if you don't sign it, Miss Overstreet's gonna get it to me to sign by May 1st regardless. It may be as soon as today.
If it's getting sent through the email, I just reply, how do I sign through the email?
Actually, well, I'll just tell you real quick. It's going to come through something called DocuSign. When you open it, it's going to let you read it, and then you click a button that says
Oh,
sign.
a little
And then you
link.
sign it, and then the next thing you have to do, you have to hit finish. If you just sign it and don't hit finish, I'll never get it back.
Got
Okay.
you. Okay, Dana.
Okay, all right. Any other questions?
Your Honor, so this will go on once a week until September 11th?
Yes, ma'am, because my goal is when I come back to see how it all went, and that's why we're gonna do it in person, and to see if I can't set up a more reasonable schedule where it's like first, third, and fifth weekend and some time during the week and stuff like that. Okay? But I didn't want to put all that on him right now because that's a lot. And I did not intend to put in supervision, but and I know you wanted that. I'm not doing that. However, I'm not giving him overnights right now and weekends and a month and all that stuff. I'm not doing that.
No, I
I'm
agree with
making it
that. It's
once
fine.
a week. And all I
That's
can
fair
tell you,
enough.
Ms. Barrios, imagine if you only got to see your son once a week.
No, I've been through this before with my brother. It was once a week too. It was very heartbreaking.
Right. It is heartbreaking.
That's
So
why I already know the feeling,
I
but
know.
I know.
But put a
you're-
positive light on it, ma'am.
Excuse
And
me?
when I say that, the only thing I can tell you is that when I took my children to the doctor
Mhm.
and they'd say, Dad, I don't want to go, the shot's gonna hurt, I would lie to them. I would put a smile on and say, oh, no, that doctor's not gonna hurt you. It's gonna be okay. You're not even, don't worry about it. I didn't sit there and say, oh, it's gonna be horrible. You're gonna be in pain from the shot. So I put a positive light on it, even if I had to lie.
I know.
Okay? And so put a positive light on it. There's gonna be times your son's gonna say, I don't wanna go, Mom. And you need to put a positive light on it and say, no, mijo, you're gonna go. This is what you need to do. There are gonna be times that boy's gonna tell his daddy, I don't wanna go home yet. I wanna stay here. And he's gotta put a positive light on it and say, no, mijo, I gotta take you back. It's your mama, she loves you. And don't worry, I'll see you again next Saturday. We'll spend the day again. So y'all each put a positive light on it for the other one because you're hurting the boy if you don't. Y'all
Yes, I
understand me?
agree. Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna leave y'all
I
with
agree
this.
too.
Do not hurt this child.
Okay.
You won't like me if I find out either of y'all are hurting this child. That is my pet peeve. Do
Okay.
not hurt the child.
You
So
got my
keep
word.
in mind, put him first and put aside y'all's fighting. Y'all understand me?
Yes, sir.
You
Can I ask
understand me,
one
Mr.
question?
Avila?
I want to write, I'm writing my notes down. I want to know on what date was she leaving to California this May? Like from when to when, so I know not to be worried about him.
Right.
What,
She's going to California from May the 2nd.
May the 2nd. Okay, I got you, Your Honor.
Right, May the 2nd until May the 9th. Is that correct, Ms. Barrios?
Yes, I'll be back Sunday.
Right, okay. May the 2nd, she leaves, that's a Saturday, and she comes back on May the 9th, that's a Saturday. So
Thank you,
you
Your Honor.
get to see the little boy before she leaves on that Friday,
And when he comes back.
okay? From 4 to 9.
And
meet
then
you in
we
the
start
park.
Saturdays again when they
And
come
then,
back.
hold on, and then you get to see that little boy on that Sunday, May the 10th. Okay, so that way it does not interfere with your trip. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
and that is my ruling, and I expect y'all to follow my ruling, and we were gonna see how y'all do on this. I wish y'all
can-
both good luck.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
Thank you, Your
Mr.
Honor. Can you tell?
Mr.
Can you
Avila,
tell?
good luck with the job. You need to get to work and be providing for your son.
Yes,
Okay?
Your Honor. Can you tell Cynthia to text my mother whenever she wants to meet me so I can give her the signature for the passport?
You have to go to
Well-
you have to go. That's another time, but you have to go in
Yeah, all I
person.
can tell you is y'all can talk to each other. Just make, because we're all
Okay.
gonna know what
Yeah,
you
we
said.
will, we will, we will. We'll keep it
We
mutual.
have.
Talk through
We'll
the
keep it
app
mutual.
close. Okay, all right?
Thank,
Okay,
hey,
then,
thank
Ms.
you, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge Villafranca.
You're welcome. Hopefully this works. Ms. Overstreet, did I miss anything?
No, you did not. And I'll get this done today because I don't like to wait because then I don't always understand my notes. If I do it right now, I remember what you ordered. So
Okay,
they should get it sometime today.
all right.